Everyone knows the old cliché about dogs and mailmen. For whatever reason, they mostly don't get along. But it turns out that dogs aren't the only animals that mail carriers have to worry about. When a mailman approached this house, he noticed a cat sitting in the window. While domesticated felines are typically calm, this one was most definitely not. It's an age-old story, mailmen versus dogs. Everyone knows the cliché is that these two simply cannot coexist. But did you have any idea that dogs aren't the only animals who vehemently despise local mail carriers? Just take a look at what happened recently when this mail carrier approached a local home along his route. Seeing as he had the foresight to film the ordeal, it's safe to assume that the ensuing traumatic events were fairly common occurrences. As the anonymous mail carrier approached the home, he caught a glimpse of an animal in the window. Could it be that his arch-nemesis was waiting for him to approach the house? You bet. But this was no dog. Why, it was a cat. Suddenly, the kitty awoke from his snooze, and he didn't seem to appreciate it. The mail carrier then put the camera right up to the window and said ominously, "There you are." It's as if the two were old enemies from a movie. Now that he'd been spotted by his worst enemy, the carrier knew that delivering the mail was going to be more difficult than he'd hoped. Anticipating the cat's attack, he nervously asked, "You coming down here?" As it turned out, this line of questioning was practically an invitation to attack. Not a moment later, the cat suddenly jumped to the ground and slyly stuck his paws and claws right out of the mail slot. As the resolute mail carrier unflaggingly attempted to deliver the owner's new magazine into the home, he discovered that his old enemy was as prepared for battle as ever. Delivering that magazine was going to be no small task. Seconds later, the cat proved that delivering the mail might be the least of the mailman's worries. After the cat's claws locked onto the man's glove, he was going to be lucky to escape without some serious scratches. Then, just as the mail carrier was considering running in the other direction, the cat decided he'd had enough of the games and grabbed the magazine, chillingly pulling it through the slot with his razor-sharp claws. The mailman could only look on in awe.